All right. Perfect. All right. Awesome. I also forgot. I'm starting off so slow today. I need to actually connect my Ethernet cable and pull up my chat. I am so behind. Oh my god. Give me a second. Ethernet. One. Alright. Cool. Let me bring this in closer to me so it can reach to the actual Ethernet. Plug this bitch in. Got it. Everything's a set on that side, so that will not disconnect on me, hopefully. Anyways, alright. Periscope's not even open yet. I am so behind right now. Just give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Alright. Pull up the chat. Oh, I can hear myself talk on that.
Hopefully. Anyways, alright.
That's so weird. Okay, anyways. That was weird. I could hear myself talk. Alright. Got the Ustream chat. Hi, Anonymous25121. And then got my stuff that I need. Audio is perfectly fine. Visual is perfectly fine. I got the Ethernet. And time to get Periscope on. Flipping the camera now. And the angle's pretty bad. Alright, I'll just scoot back. That's perfectly fine. Hey everyone! Welcome to another fabulous episode of Be Cool with yours truly, L.Shima. For those on Periscope that do not know me, my name is L.Shima. I just literally said that 2 seconds ago. And I'm a full-time model, and this is my weekly podcast that I do on Periscope as well as on Ustream. And the podcast is called Be Cool, so we're now currently on episode 15. Yes, this is awesome. So, Francis is not here. It's Valentine's Day. Akira is my current Valentine right now at the second. Francis is actually next door at our landlord's house kind of discussing about his children's book that is actually he just recently got copies of that he has to sign and to talk about whatever else. So I get to miss that out, but that's totally awesome on my part because I get to enjoy the evening with y'all. So I'm super amped about this episode. Actually, damn it. Let me see. Periscope, let me know because I have to check something real fast and then hopefully you can still see me while I go on the home screen real fast. I'm sorry, I am not prepared whatsoever for tonight's episode for the fact that I am pretty sick. Not like horribly sick, like where I'm dying or anything. But I actually... Oh, hold on, I'm just reading my notes as far as what the topic was going to be today. Alright, cool. Sorry, go back to Periscope. And, damn it started over. Oh, that's unfortunate. So I learned that part. Alright, we'll just do this again. Sorry, guys. I am all over this place. Let me write this all off. 2. Alright. Let's do it. Alright, flipping over. Alright. So we restarted Periscope. I know my topic. So basically what I was kind of getting into was introducing the episode and what it was going to be about. So for Periscope, really quickly, if you do not know who I am, my name is L.Shima. I'm a full-time model, and this is my weekly podcast called Be Cool. And we're currently on episode 15. Alright, so I had to restart the Periscope for that. So anyway, sorry, Ustream. But yeah, I'm actually not feeling 100% today. So today's Sunday, Saturday, Friday night is when my throat actually started to kind of start hurting. And usually on a daily basis, I probably need to see an ENT about it. But my throat sometimes, especially like waking up in the morning, it feels kind of not like raw, because that sounds a little bit more intense than normal. But it doesn't feel like it should technically. So I deal with that almost on a daily basis. But on Friday night, there was actually more of an intense feeling to my throat, and so I was really hoping that something was not going to happen. But Saturday came along, and I woke up even worse, so I had to take Alka-Seltzer, and I actually like Alka-Seltzer. It's the those little pills that you put into your water, and it makes it fizzy. I told Francis yesterday, I'm like, oh, I actually really do enjoy the taste of Alka-Seltzer. It tastes like a weird, flat Sprite in a weird way. I say that until I took the night version of it, and that shit tasted so freaking gross. I couldn't handle it. Anyways, so I am hoping that I get better by tomorrow so I can go to the gym. I've also, if you missed last week's episode, it was a pre-recording one, but I am also working on my studio, so I finished painting it, And I actually just finished putting a light fixture on, so on Periscope you can check out, well, actually it's probably been longer than 24 hours, so you might not be able to check those episodes anymore. But I've been recording on Periscope the behind the scenes kind of a little bit of my studio makeover. So, yeah, that's kind of going on, and then the sickness, and then today's Valentine's Day, so it's like 12 degrees outside, so that's not even helping anything. So, whatever. I hope all of y'all have had a fabulous Valentine's Day so far. Please let me know what you did today. I'm really curious. I'll get down into I actually have a topic to talk about this evening, so I'm really amped up about that. I made sure this time to actually write and kind of organize my podcast a little bit better. Not including this episode, because this is just a shambles in the beginning. But, whatever. But yeah, let me know what y'all did today on Valentine's Day, or what even you're planning on doing on Valentine's Day, since it's technically not over with. Basically, Francis and I, we went to Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti, Michigan. Ann Arbor is the city that houses U of M, I think. Not Michigan State, but University of Michigan. I think that's accurate. And so we went to the super mega expensive antique store, like to the point where like they had these stained glass windows for like $50,000 expensive. Like, and the cheapest thing there, honestly, I mean, realistically, like the cheapest thing there was actually $85, but averagely the cost was like around $500 for everything in that freaking store. Hey, Derek! And so I knew that going into it because he kind of mentioned about it's supposed to be like the best antique store in Michigan, but it was kind of on the pricey side. But when I'm thinking pricey side, I'm like, oh, okay, like the average cost of everything is going to be like $50 to $60. Oh no, I was not ready for seeing like $5,000 to $300,000 ticket prices. Like, it was super antique. Like, they even wrote like the bios of everything and where exactly it came from and all this crazy stuff. So it was super legit. Like, this stuff probably came from like medieval's time. Apparently, that's what they could tell me, and I would probably believed it. But in my head, I'm like, I can't. Like, I cannot see myself ever dropping that much money on something. I mean, I'm not rich, so maybe that's the issue. I need to get rich, and then I'll feel. She literally just burped. Excuse you, you disgusting little pig. Anyways, so yeah, we went to this antique store and then followed by Goodwill because, we love thrift shopping. That's what we do best. What? So I ended up finding me something there because that is a doable price. And then we drove over to Ann Arbor. So Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti, if you are aware of Detroit, Michigan, or Michigan in general, or you're not, Michigan as a state looks like a mitten. Pretty much like this. So then Detroit is pretty much, Detroit's like around here. And then Ypsilanti and Ann Arbor are a little bit more southwest of Detroit. So they're like about here. So I'm not trying to give her my middle finger. But that's kind of realistically where they are. And so like Lansing, the capital of Michigan, is like right here. Then you got the Upper Peninsula, which is like this. It's actually like this. I don't know, really, realistically. Anyways, that's my best geography teachings that I can probably give you right now. Anyways, and so I just, oh my God. Today, anyways. All right. So, we went to Goodwill, we went to the antique store, then we drove over to Ann Arbor, which houses University of Michigan. I think that's right, not Michigan State. I already went over this, but anyways, I literally am going to flick myself in the face, which I just did. I cannot keep saying a word constantly throughout an entire episode. That always happens to me, and I need to stop. So apparently, anyways, is going to be the main word of this episode. So just, let's do it. Let's do a game. Count how many times I say anyways, and by the end of this episode, if you make it at the end of the episode, let me know how many times. All right, starting now. All right. I'm not even going to try to stop myself. I'm going to do it. And if I do it, count it and let me know. Also, random note, if you just tuned in, let me know what you did for Valentine's Day, or if you didn't do anything, whatever, I don't care. Just let me know if you even played, like, video games, or that would have been awesome if I got to play, like, Sims right now. Okay. I'm going to say it anyways. Okay. So we went to Goodwill, we went to the antique store, we went over to Ann Arbor, and then we went to get, whoa, there's 2 Dereks. This is so crazy. Happy Valentine's Day. Derek on Ustream and Derek on Periscope. Oh my god, my mind's blown right now. Anyways, hi Derek on Periscope, and I've already said hi Derek on Ustream. But, I'm so sick and I don't even know anymore. So we went to, we went to eat at a noodle spot in Ann Arbor. It was like it was an Asian noodle spot. So they had pho, they had ramen, they had like udon and soba noodles and stuff like that. So I needed something warm to fill my body. And so I ended up getting like the spicy beef something ramen, and it was not bad. We had ramen in New York last weekend, and that was a lot better. But Francis really enjoyed his meal, so we left that. We went over to apparently like a consignment store, but it really wasn't my type of style. So we kept walking in the main street, and we actually passed by a record store, went in there for a quick bit, and then eventually kept walking, and we found this antique spot. Oh my god, this antique spot was dope. Really random moment, actually, or throw in. I actually do have a topic to talk about, so I'm just trying to get with my day, and then I will talk about this topic. But we go into this antique spot, and Francis finds, like, all this art stuff that he just, like, geeks out over. So I leave him, and I still go on a hunt down for something for me. And there's, when it comes to this type of antique spot, like, they had, like, a box full of random keys, and, like, a box full of, like, those little gems that you make for chandeliers, and then they had actual gems and, like, rocks and stones and stuff. So when I go to antique spots like that, I really wish, like, I had something set in mind before I go to that store, so I can, like, collect on, like, if I want to make, like, a chandelier made out of keys, I can collect all the keys. But I don't want to buy a whole bunch of keys and then not have any use for it. So I really sometimes don't like going to those antique shows or shops when I don't have an idea in mind. But I did get something, and I'm super amped. It's actually not for me, unfortunately. But I got to spend a good minute actually exploring it. So, and I know all of y'all are over the age of, like, we'll say, like, 20. I feel like 20 might be the cap of where people might not remember this item. But I ended up getting to this, like, toy section. And I'm like, oh, okay, these are cool. Like, they even had this, like, huge metal, I remember my mom's friend used to collect all those, like, old metal toys that you wind up and stuff. Well, this one you pull a latch and it spins, so the more you keep pulling the latch, the faster it spins, and there's, like, a blossom flower in the middle that opens up the faster it spins, and then there's, like, a little ballerina dancing. And so I spent, like, a good second, like, doing that for a minute, and was really getting, like, enjoying that. I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. And then I turn to my left, and I see the best thing of my entire life. So let me see if y'all can remember what this is called. All right, you ready for it? Oh my, well, there's nothing in it right now, but do you remember? I feel like you have to be at least older than 20 to actually remember this. This is the best ever. So I had this one, and then they had 2 other, I'm waiting until somebody tells me what it's called, because I know what it's called, but I'm just testing y'all to see if you can remember pop culture. Viewfinder, right? It's technically that, but you're almost close. You're right on the view part. The other part is not finder, but you're getting close. Or at least this one's not called viewfinder. It might be overall called viewfinder, but this one's not called viewfinder. I don't really know anymore. It's been too long. But, they had 3 in total of this. This one's probably the most nicest one that they actually had. And they had other 2s that actually you had to have a light bulb for it. I didn't think that was legit. I was just like, no, I want something that you just have to see, like, light outside, and this will perfectly work as fine. So it's called a Viewmaster. At least this one's called a Viewmaster. And so I saw this, and I'm like, oh my god, this is freaking awesome right now. So then I'm like, one already had actually the slide in it. Actually had the slide already in it. So I'm like standing there just like viewing it and everything. I'm like, oh, this is so great. And yeah, Akira Kyle, she's just being herself. And so I realized right beneath it had an entire stack of slides. I'm like, oh my god, this is freaking awesome. So I ended up buying 3 slides of a Peter Pan series. And so you start obviously with the first one. I don't know if you can even see the little, let's see. Nope, nope, nope. We need light behind me, and there's no light behind me. Let's try Periscope. Periscope, can you see it? I can't even find my camera. Nope, can't see it. But anyways, it's so awesome because whoever created this one, or company or whatever, it looks so 3D. Like, it looks like it's almost like you're wearing 3D glasses in this thing. Like, so, I don't remember it ever looking like that when I was younger. But, so I bought it to give it to my nephews because the oldest is 5 years old. Aren't there audio stories to go with them? Now that you mentioned it, that would be awesome, and I'm pretty sure actually by memory they should be. But there wasn't any at the antique store. So, but they do have the story, or not really. It's not like in the perfect sequence. Like, it's weird. It skips certain parts. I mean, I understand there's only 21 slides. So for a whole Peter Pan story, I mean, it's 21 slides. It's actually pretty good. But like it says, Slide 7, that's a ship, or that's a pirate ship, and there's an Indian village, in quotation marks. And then you keep moving. So it does say what's exactly happening in the scene. But yeah, I already went through this and everything, and it was just awesome. So I'm sending it to my nephews. And I told my sister-in-law and my brother that if they don't appreciate it, I definitely know they will, because they are old enough, or at least my brother and sister-in-law are old enough to reminisce on this nostalgic piece right here. So I thought that was fucking awesome, and I ended up buying it. So that was kudos on my part. Hi, Alejandro. I noticed you, and hi, Kyle. I saw you on Periscope, and then you're also on Ustream, so I don't know which one you're sticking with. So yeah, that was pretty much my day. We also got bubble tea and mochi from this one spot, and we haven't ate the mochi yet, so I'm just waiting until the episode's done. Francis is coming back, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I did have a topic in mind, actually, for tonight. For those that just tuned in, I am a little sick, so I'm going to try my hardest to talk for as long as I can. But I'm also going to try to not kill myself so I can at least do something tomorrow, such as stain my desk that I cut yesterday. I'm so excited. I ended up doing my first woodworking yesterday. Technically, I didn't touch a tool, but I got to witness it and learn a little bit. And so I have 2 pieces of wood that I need to sand down, stain, and then put polyurethane, and then I think that's pretty much it. Anyways, so thinking Akira's like overreacting to the bone that I put peanut butter in so she could be preoccupied. Alright, my topic. So this has actually nothing to do with the topic, I just want to talk about it. The past 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, the past month has been weird. We had Paul and Yang, we had Cassandra. Right after it, I couldn't do an episode, so it was canceled, I guess you could say. And then last week I had to pre-record because I was going to be in New York for the weekend, which went awesome. It was awesome. And then this week I'm sick. So this past fucking month has been a very interesting one. And then following, I have 2 special guests lined up. I actually might have 3, so it might be a whole 3 weeks until it's gonna be me by myself on the episode. So I'm super amped, but at the same time I'm there's moments I'm 3 weeks is a very long time to actually have this one-on-one communication. So I'm a little excited yet aw, but whatever, I'm excited at the same time. So the first special guest will come Sunday next week, and she will actually be here. I'll announce her later. And then the second one, 2 weeks from now, she's actually going to be on Skype. So I actually need to get a connector for my computer before then. So please remind me, because this needs to happen. So that's the plan, and I'm super amped for it, and it's going to be exciting, and I will give you the info about these people shortly, or at least the one for next week. Let me take a sip of my tea before I die. Tastes so good. Anyways, I did not make I technically have a Snapchat, Kyle, I just don't use it. I don't ever feel like I don't know if I feel like using Snapchat because I have Periscope. So like I'm not really sure if I really want to get into that one. Plus I have all the other social media, so I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't know. I have it, but I don't have it. I'll let you know when I decide to use it. But until then, like Periscope might be like the only one I use. All right. So today's topic. So a few weeks ago, I came across on the site Reddit that I love so much that y'all should know about this. That there was a post, I don't know if you've seen the memes before or if you even know what a meme is, but there was a meme of Archer, the character Archer, and so you usually say like, this fucking sucks. I've never ever tried to explain a meme before to anyone in my life, so this is gonna be very weird. If somebody is on Reddit right now and they're like watching this, they're like, yeah, Shima, you don't know shit. Alright, so I don't know how to perfectly describe this meme, but basically the gist is there's Archer's face above on his head, the top part of the meme. You basically say something that you're doing that could possibly lead to something not the best. So an example, my phone, damn it. An example is the idea that, okay, this is the meme that I realistically saw that created this topic. Trying to think of the meme without having to kill Periscope. So my best friend, or a good female friend of mine, decided to go to a photographer's house and start her modeling career posing nude. And underneath there was an Archer. He's like, do you want to get raped? Because that's how you get raped. Fuck. Alright, guys. I'm so sorry I have to do this, but Akira has to use the bathroom, and I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. So give me like a good 3 minutes. This fucking sucks. So I'm sorry. Hold on. Come on, Akira. Sorry, I love you, but I lied to your face. Alright. Yay, y'all are still on. That was fucking amazing. I knew that was gonna happen, and it happened. Alright, cool. Alright, so, yeah, that's the gist of the meme, pretty much. So I saw that. I ran. I'm so out of shape even though I'll go to the gym. It's ridiculous. So, moment of silence. Hold on. I just need to catch my breath before I start on with this topic. Alright. So, I saw this meme, and it was on the front page of Reddit. So I'm very curious. Usually how I use Reddit, I don't get really much involved too much. There's a couple of subreddits that I do comment and create posts of my own, but realistically, I don't get too involved, especially on the front page, because usually by that point, it's usually already had a shit ton of comments, and it just doesn't seem like my voice would ever be heard. So I was very curious on exactly what everybody was commenting about on this particular meme. So I read the comments, and it's been a while. But the top comment was something along the lines like, yeah, she, it's very interesting that she's pretty much going to get raped and, like, murdered and all this other stuff. And I know they're joking. Like, seriously, honestly, I feel like majority of them are joking. So I'm not, like, mad about that. It was just more that I wanted to realistically give my opinions since I was that person and I've done it in the past and I've done it probably and I will do it in the future. Or maybe not. I don't really know. But anyways, so I wanted to kind of share my thoughts on that exact kind of topic because it was really interesting to me to hear other people that aren't in this industry or they don't even know what a model is or in that like a freelance model and kind of getting an idea of what they think is normal and what they don't. So to an outsider, so basically to if my brother, we'll use him for an example. My brother found out a long time ago if one day he heard me talking about me going to some random person photographer's house and posing nude for my portfolio, he would probably fucking like not he wouldn't slap me in the face, but he would be like, Shima, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're not doing that. Because a lot of times when somebody says, I'm gonna go to so and so's house and pose naked to them, you're gonna be curious on like what is wrong with you? That's not a normal thing. Or why is streaming Hi, Periscope. Alright, the streaming on Ustream just freaked out on me, and I don't know why, because the Ethernet is perfectly connected in, so I'm going to hit up Ustream about that. But anyways, so they, just the idea of a human being, even especially a girl, going to somebody's house and posing nude is just so mind-blowing, like, not normal to normal people, quote-unquote. And it's not. Like, honestly, if somebody told me that, too, if I wasn't a model, I'd be like, that's kind of, all right, cool. You might get murdered and you might get raped. That's on you, pretty much. It's not something that people hear on a day-to-day basis, Derek. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. It isn't. Hi! How do you pronounce your name? Zella? Zelio? Zello? Let me know how you pronounce your name, because I don't know how to pronounce that name. How you doing, though? I would pronounce your name once you let me know. So yeah, so I was very fascinated, and so, as a person that is not technically fully, comfortable in my own skin, I'm comfortable when it comes to photo shoots. I've talked about this on Tumblr countless times and a few maybe here and there on Twitter. And sometimes also on, oh yeah, definitely. Gosh, I'm such a silly. I don't see your photo until now I see your photo and I recognize it. I am such a dweeb. Alright, sorry, my bad. Anyways. I'm sick, so I'm just gonna blame the sickness and the disease that's going in my body, the throat and everything. It's just like I'm dying. No, I'm not. Okay, that's rude. I'm not dying. You asked how I'm doing in the new place. It's actually going fantastic. It's 12 degrees right now, and ever than that, it's awesome. Actually, I'm redoing my studio, so that's awesome too. I'm blaming on the boogers. Yeah, literally my right nostril's. Wait, no. The left nostril is the stuffiest one, and so now my nose is like turning like raw, as you can tell. Anyways, sorry. So as a person that just never really felt 100% comfortable in her own skin. There's a switch that I turn on and off when I'm at photo shoots. I feel perfectly fine being nude. Like there's just, I don't know, it's a different feeling. For me, it's more like, not like work, but it's just a different environment. I don't naturally feel comfortable, meaning, like, I'm not gonna walk around my house naked. Like, I honestly feel more comfortable being clothed. Like, I love pajamas. I love, like, sweaters. I love scarves. Like, I love being draped with things on my body. So when it comes to nude, it's a little different. So when I'm hired for a nude photo shoot, or it's just a nude thing in general, like I've done a figure modeling back in the past and stuff like that. It's just a whole different mentality for me. It's like a switch that I turn on and off. I don't really know how to explain it, but prior to me being a model, I never thought of myself doing nudes. It was never like, oh, I want to be a model. I definitely want to be a nude model. It was never that idea, and I don't know exactly what made me decide to start it. I think it was more of the curiosity. I was very fascinated on that direction. Um, and by the way, people also model work. Oh, you're so nice. Just makes me want to blush. It's making me blush, but might be just because my face is super warm from the sickness. I don't even know right now. And so I wasn't sure. It might have been a curiosity, but I remember my first nude photo shoot. And if I told Reddit my first nude photo shoot, they would be like, yeah, you're totally getting raped. And I literally thought going to this photo shoot, I thought that could have been a possibility. And usually a lot of times, actually, when I go to photo shoots, I don't think that I'm going to get murdered or raped or kidnapped or anything. But I always keep that in the back of my mind that it could be a possibility. I'm going to somebody's house or warehouse or studio or wherever they are, random park in the woods. I'm going to this random person's area or location that I've never met before to possibly be either nude or even clothed, but nonetheless, I am going to meet somebody I've never met before in a possibly secluded area by myself. So there's always possibilities that there's something that could happen. And it is a danger fact, and there's stories that something's had happened to models. And I'm pretty sure there's some things that's happened to photographers. I'm sure there's tons of horror stories for photographers' sides. Are you done with this? There's no more peanut butter in it? There's like peanut, just get in there. Fight for it. And so you asked, Romeo, hi Romeo. Don't you have security or a weapon? I have a weapon every damn time. I got a Glock in my, there's a rap song. It's like, I got a Glock in my, I don't even know how it goes. Anyways, no, I don't have a Glock. that fucking dangerous. But I don't have security. I rarely ever actually bring a, what do they call it? Escorts, they call it escorts. I never really actually have an escort. Do you want to be the host? Do you want to talk to them? We should do a Kira episode where it's literally just Akira the entire episode. Yeah, you want that? Yeah, you want that. Oh gosh, yeah. Kiss my nose. Your breast smells like bone. Anyways, but I should bring Akira with me next time. She would be an awesome model, an awesome escort. Glock in your Rari. Yeah. See, I thought that was it, but then I don't know what a Rari is. What is a Rari? Ferrari? Please don't tell me it's Ferrari, because that's just Oh, that's so silly. I'm going off topic, but it's just so funny. Yep, Derek, you even agreed it was in your Rari. Yep. Oh, God, that's so silly. All right, anyways, now I learned officially what he's actually saying. Who is that? Now, okay, let's do this as a questionnaire. Who sings that song? I got a Glock in your Rari. What is it? I hear his voice. Oh, it's Fetty Wap. That's it. Got it. In my, all right. Anyways, so I usually don't ever actually have an escort. That is another topic that can be discussed in a future episode. But realistically, it is always, everything you do is going to have danger in some sense, realistically. Now, obviously, when you put yourself in a situation like I do, or other models, or even other photographers, where you're meeting with somebody completely new for the first time in a random location, it can kind of get even more dangerous. But that's why you also talk as thoroughly with the photographer or model as best as you can, and you use that information through messages or through the phone conversation or through IM or text, however you're originally connecting and contacting each other. You use common sense to kind of decipher what is happening in those messages. So if you send me a message, and I get these messages quite often, it happens, it's my life, I have no hate towards it, whatever, but oh, you're giving me hearts because you're missed in Florida. Oh, you're so awesome. Florida, some moments do miss you, too. I miss the people there, but I don't really miss the weather. I just didn't. I literally almost spilled this on me, Akira. You little hooker. She wants some time shine, whatever you call it. She wants to be all in the video. I was gonna drink that, I decided not to. So, Kira, fade out, please. All right, come over here. So what was I getting to? You're making me delirious. I can't remember anything. So what was I talking about? Now, guys, see, this is what happens when you're sick and you got boogers controlling your brain and you've been sniffing too much paint, because that's what happens when you paint a fucking studio. And when you have a dog that is not interested in her bone anymore and she's just judging me. I made her an Instagram too, so I've turned into that person right now. So if you want to follow her on Instagram, it's Akira_face, because she's Akira face. So you can do that or not. It's totally up to you. All right, yeah. Lay that body down. Oh, yeah. All right, cool beans. What was I talking about? Please tell me. Akira's 2 years old. She acts like she's like a baby. L.Shima, baby. Being careful when meeting strangers on the internet. Yeah, all right, thank you. God, fucking. So yeah, when messaging, you use proper communication and you kind of decipher exactly what's the words happening. So I'll get emails saying, "Hey, L.Shima, I really love your work. I'm really interested in working with you. What are your rates?" Or maybe they don't want to know my rates and they want to do a trade shoot. I don't really know. It just depends on every person. So it depends. I may have rates or I may not have rates, depending how busy or not busy I am during that time. Or how creative the shoot is and how not creative the shoot is. It's always a random thing in my head. But when that happens, I properly respond to them as best as I possibly can, giving them whatever they want and showing them that I'm a real human person and I'm not a scam. I've gotten countless scams in my past. And you can kind of get to tell, basically, if they don't send their own links, they don't have any prior photos that they've shot, and even if they're like a newbie photographer that just started or a newbie model that just started, they still can provide information about themselves that can prove that they're not a scam or a creep or anything along those lines. So if there's a person that you feel very uncomfortable talking to, don't do it. Like it was about 3 years ago or 4 years ago now at this point. Jesus Christ. I'm getting old in this career. But there was a point where there was a photographer in New Orleans and I was going to travel to New Orleans for a trip. And this photographer was interested in working with me. Gave him my rates and everything was fine and dandy. The only thing was this photographer didn't know how to properly write. It was weird. Like, they would throw in exclamation points and basically they would throw in punctuations at the most random times, like in the middle of a sentence where like they technically didn't mean to put a punctuation, but it just worked that way. And then they were like putting uppercase letters in the middle of a word. Like, it was so weird, and like it didn't make sense. Like, I was trying to read it and I can read pretty well, to the point where I couldn't understand it. I even had Francis come and read the email and he couldn't even understand what the guy was trying to actually say. And it's not like he like was a foreigner or anything like that. Like, English wasn't their first language. It was literally legitimately a person from New Orleans, and he just did not know how to properly write. And so that kind of affected him badly, because he could have been the best person in the entire world, but I ended up canceling with the shoot because I could not, part of me did not trust the person behind the messages. And so you use your best knowledge that you can, common sense in a sense, through messages and through the phone, and you use, and I like to think of it as that feeling you get in your heart. There's a term for it. That feeling you get in your heart when you know something's going to happen. That feeling you get when you're, and it's not nervous, because I get that every fucking time. It's this type of feeling where you feel like something's not right. I like to think, listen to that moment, because I've had moments where I didn't listen to it and shit hit the fan. Not with modeling, with other stuff, fortunately. But ever since those couple of moments where that I have kind of neglected or ignored that feeling, I have listened to it very deeply. It's not anxious. It's just the feeling where you just know. I mean, I guess it could be anxious too. But there's just like that feeling that you know something's not right, and it's not like you're just you're suffering anxiety or something like that. It's just like a gut feeling that you just don't know what something's not feeling right. The air is very thick. It's just not awesome. And so with me, I personally like to listen to that feeling. So if I go to a shoot, or even prior to a shoot, if the communication's just not on key, it's off, it's not proper. Intuition is a good proper word for that. Intuition. If my intuition's off, I will usually use that to my advantage and say no. So I've been fortunate that I've actually never had any issues. The second thing, if you also want to ignore that, or another prime example, I actually recently had a shoot where it was actually in the photographer's basement. And I've had that before. I traveled in Oklahoma City and it's in his random renovated farmhouse. Like, it's so weird, some of these locations. Like, not that I'm, like, hating or, like, making fun of. It's just, usually photographers use the space that they have. And it's really awesome to see the space that they end up using and then, like, turning that into a photo studio. It's always interesting to see what they do. Hold on, y'all want to see it? Because she wants to be a baby and she wants to get on the covers. Hold on. Get in here. Alright, hold on. Do a magic trick. You see Akira? And then you don't. Soon. Hold on. It takes her, like, a good minute to get comfortable. Akira, I'm not even talking throughout this most episode, and it's all about you. Alright. Just wait. It's gonna happen. This is what I do every single day. Every single day. And there she goes. Alright, cool. She's a Weimaraner. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, I had a photographer ask me to, meet with him at his basement for the photo shoot. So, I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. I've had that happen before. Not that the communication was bad, and not that the location idea was very bad, but there was a weird feeling I was having when I arrived at the photo shoot. This was going to be a paid photo shoot. It wasn't in my city, and I thought the communication on the messaging was perfectly fine. But there was just this weird feeling, intuition that I was having towards this photo shoot. I just didn't know I just didn't feel 100% towards this photo shoot. And not that I felt like I felt bloated and I didn't feel perfectly fine. It was just more that there was something not right. And so what I ended up doing was going and looking and searching the back history of this photographer and searching their emails through Google, seeing if anything pops up, relating that to the website that it might have linked to, or relating it to Model Mayhem that it actually came from. And then seeing if they have any references from other models, and then seeing what the model said about the photographer and all this other stuff. So I do a lot of research. This shoot in particular, I did research as I was sitting in the car right in front of their house. Like, it was kind of short notice of me doing that, but overall, the shoot actually turned out awesome. The photographer was such a sweetheart. It worked out, like, 100% awesome. But don't do what I did, and if you should probably do research way prior to the set date of the shoot. You should do it probably as soon as they, like, contact you and you, like, write them back. It was just a little different for me on that case because I also needed to schedule shoots as best as possible. But, God, it was so funny. Anyways, so usually when it comes down to that, I also will do research. Like I said, search up their name that they gave me, or their email address that they sent me, or even the phone number. I'll do as much research as I possibly can to see what is connected. I'll search the website. So if they sent me a link to their website, I will search that. And then not only will I do research on them, I will do research on the people that they've worked with. So if they linked other models to their Instagram, their Model Mayhem, their Facebook, their Tumblr, whatever social media they're using, if they link other models to that, I will go to the other models of the site and kind of get an idea on them to make sure they're not stealing somebody else's photo and pretending it's theirs, because that fucking happens too. My God, it happens. And then I also look, like, for example, for our Model Mayhem, they have tags. So I'll go on the tags and read the comments that, people are leaving on this particular photographer's site. So there's a lot of research you can get involved when to make sure that the shoot is going to be 100% and you won't have that that intuition that's making you saying, this gut feeling of mine is not feeling right. There's something in the air that's just not right. So those kind of help and assist that. So basically, still keeping in mind with the archer meme that, oh, my friend's going to go pose naked for some random dude or photographer. It doesn't even have to be a dude. It could be a girl. That there's a high possibility that they're going to get raped and murdered. There is a high possibility. Did I even finish the sentence of my freaking first photo shoot? I don't even remember. So sick. I'm just blaming on my sickness. I think it's just literally I'm just like dead in the brain right now. Kyle, you ask, have I ever been catfished? I've actually have never been catfished. The weird thing, actually, realistically, is technically catfish. I don't ever really know what the photographer looks like. Like, it's always so sucky. It's like a mix of sucky and not sucky to me, because sometimes I'll play a game with myself and like try to guess what the photographer's gonna look like based on their name and based on the interactions and based on the work. And sometimes I'm wrong. Most of the time I'm usually wrong, except for this one time I was like 100% actually right. It was fucking awesome. Do you tell people your location you're going to just in case? Yes. I always tell Francis where I'm going every time. I give him the address. He reads my emails. Like, we keep no secrecy from each other, so he reads my emails. I would read his, but I don't really, not that I don't care, but I don't care. He follows my modeling more than I follow his art stuff. Not like in a mean sense. He follows like the behind the scenes stuff. I am actually always there when he does his art thing and stuff, except for like right now where he's going to share the book with our landlord. But anyways, so Francis always knows where I'm going to be and who I'm going to be with and what their work looks like and all this other stuff prior to the shoots. Except for this past trip to New York, there was so much happening in both of our lives that we couldn't keep up with what was happening at all. But we kind of gave each other, a heads up on whatever was going on. But yeah, I don't know what photographers are going to look like at all, realistically. There was one photographer that I shot with like 3 years ago. His name is Chris Bongswat. And I assumed he was going to be like this average, maybe around like between 5'7" and 6 feet, white male, around like his 30s to maybe 40s type of style. I get to the door to his studio house or whatever, and he's like this pretty much my height Asian guy, and I'm like, whoa, was not ready for the Asian part of this story, because his last name is Vangaswat. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, it sounds like more German or Swedish, so I was like, I'm really confused on what's happening right now, but this is pretty. So that was like one time I was way off. There was a time I was in Colorado. It wasn't Denver, but it was on the outskirts of Denver. Me and my friend were actually traveling to the West Coast at this time. And I asked her, I'm like, all right, we're going to play a game. We're going to guess what this photographer is going to look like. And so I guessed that he was going to be in his 60s to 70s. So he was going to be an older guy. He was going to be with a white beard, white hair, and a huge beer belly. And then she guessed, like, he was going to have black hair and, like, some other features, no beard, but, like, scruff and all this other stuff. And, my God, I was on the fucking, like, point. I was exactly right. And as soon as I saw this guy, I turned to my friend, I'm like, do you see that I was right? This is fucking awesome. So usually, I guess all the time, and I'm always usually wrong. Like probably 99% of the time, I'm always wrong on what my photographer's gonna look like. Sometimes they actually do have photos of them, and so I use that, and that's always nice. But most of the time, they don't. So there's times when what was my most recent shoot? I'm trying to think. I felt like there was a recent shoot where I had to meet a photographer like in a coffee shop or something, or like meeting them somewhere so we can go to another location. And so I'm sitting there just like waiting, and the, like I don't know. There's tons of people coming my direction, but like they're just normal pedestrians just walking past. And so they usually should know what I look like, unless I don't look exactly what my photos do. But realistically, I think most of my photos look like me, right? I think, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. So especially when it comes to coffee shops, when there's like a whole bunch of people that I don't recognize, and I have to pick one of them to like know, it's always weird because like they'll come towards me and there's like a look in our faces that's just like, oh, you're so and so, hey, nice to meet you, I did not think that was you, I don't know what I thought, I just didn't think anyone was, I don't even know. So yeah, there's been moments where, so I don't think I've actually been catfished because I think I would need to know what they look like to be catfished. I don't really know. My throat is starting to ache, so I might have to cut this short, guys. But I'm gonna keep talking because I like to talk, and it's been a while. So because I wasn't here last week, I wasn't here the week prior, and then I wasn't here 2 weeks ago from that. So and I'm not gonna be here. I mean, I'm gonna be here, but there will be a special guest with me. So for the next 2 weeks, so it's like, just gonna keep talking so I can talk. All right. Let's see. Try Periscope next week. I was dope before this. What? I might try watching Periscope next week. It was dope before this. Sorry, God, that was kind of complicated for me to read. But I got it. Let's see. I missed some of this. Oh my God. What are you typing about, Kyle? Let's see. Okay, that's Snapchat. It's okay. I'm just got Periscope. Oh, so you did just get Periscope. Oh, Periscope's awesome. You can even watch other random people do their random things on Periscope. I like Periscope. I was recording Periscope for the behind the scenes of my studio makeover, but I'm like more now like wanting it to not be. I kind of want it to be done. Like I need my studio. I can't be sitting on this couch. Look at her. Oh, Periscope, you can't see her. Hold on. Look at her. She's just creeping in the back like a creep. I can't be sitting on this couch for much longer, so I need my standing desk at least. So I'm hoping to get that done by like Tuesday, hopefully. And so I was using Periscope for the behind the scenes. I kind of do it like after I finish something. So like I did it last night when I finished putting the light fixture in. I was super amped about that. So like whenever the standing desk gets made, I'll be like, hey guys, on Periscope, I did the standing desk, what? For a moment, I was actually recording like every single moment when I was painting, and then I realized like, I'm just done with this right now. I have paint in my hair, I have paint all over my body, I have just paint on the floor, like this is not going on, so let me just not record anything until I make myself look a little bit better than just a fucking paint mess. So I love Periscope, to a certain extent. I don't use it as much as some people do, but I enjoy it, and it works for exactly what I need, because, whatevs. Kyle saying sup to Derek. I got this censored from the pilot episode. What are you talking? Oh, wait. Oh, no, Derek says, how's it going, Kyle and Alejandro? Wait, okay, Sterling? Whoa, Sterling. What's Sterling? I feel like I'm thinking of an artist named Sterling Hunley. That's Francis's friend. But anyways. So I'm trying to catch up on what's happening on Ustream. It's mostly just Kyle talking. I don't know if it's Kyle. It is. Let's see. Sarcasm at its best. Was it a photo of you? God, I should read these things as I talk, but I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. It's Ferrari. How old is Kira? If I shot you, photographically speaking, would we do a winter shoot? It's too cold. Okay, so Kai, now I have it. Is that dog drunk? Maybe Sterling Archer. Oh, Sterling Archer. Yeah, I love fucking Archer. They need to hurry up and get that next season on. She's not drunk. She's just fucking tired or something. I don't really know. She's just Akira. I can't explain her. She's just fucking Akira. And so Kyle, you ask if I shot you, photographically speaking, would we do we'd do it a winter shoot, Lafla. It's too cold. I did a winter shoot. My fucking god, it is cold. Like, it was 20 degrees outside last year, and I'm like, why are these people, like, hating about shooting the winter? Like, I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, I wasn't nude or anything. I was wearing, like, a sweatshirt and jeans and boots and stuff. So I'm like, this is totally easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, no, I take that so hard back. Like, as soon as 30 minutes into it, my whole body was starting to feel numb. By the time we were done with it, the actual photo shoot, my foot's falling asleep. My foot's asleep. Well, by the time we were done with the photo shoot, my hands were like stinging, like they hurt so bad. My voice was stuttering. And there was something else that was happening. Like my thighs were hurting. Like it was just so weird. And I decided, yeah, that's not happening ever again. Yeah, she might be hammered. I don't know. She's just her. Oh, wait. No, that's her butt. I don't know where her face is. Her face is somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't know where she is. Anyways, yeah, pretty much close to hypothermia. Like yesterday when I was woodworking and we were in Francis's dad's garage with the garage door open and everything, I was pretty much double layered with everything except for my feet. I did not put the best socks on, and it was like the thinnest socks I actually own, and I was wearing these Nike, like, not high tops, but they're like these, like, they're like Nike boots or something. I don't even know what they are. Anyways, and so 30 minutes into the actual woodworking, my feet start to, like, feel cold. I'm like, fuck, I did not wear good socks for this. Keep going on until the end of the actual woodworking for the shelves. My god, my feet were pretty much numb by that point. I'm like, this is, like, it hurts really bad. So I've realized, and like today, like, yesterday was like 10 degrees. Today is like 12 degrees. I'm like, what is this bullshit? Like, I miss Florida sometimes because of the weather, but realistically, I don't really care for it too much. I don't like the heat. But when it gets to like fucking below 20 degrees, I'm like, no. I can't do that. Like, I don't know what I would do if it goes to negative. That's not happening. I'm just gonna be in a ball in my bed with the heater on to the max. I'm not getting outside if it's below 0. My god, even if it's like 5 degrees, I'd be like, I don't know what's happening. This is not real life. This is like, what? You think these plants, these are actually fake. All of this is fake. So there's no watering needs to be done. So yeah, they just look dead because they are dead because they're not alive. 2 new messages. Alright, cool. I'm losing it. Yeah, I'm from LA, so I know what you mean. Was it here? The blanket is alive. Photo line, yeah, the blanket is alive. It's Akira. She's okay, though. She's not drunk. She's just Akira. Again, follow her on Instagram if you really want to. Oh, the blanket is alive. It's at Akira_face, because she's awesome, and her name's Akira Face. Let's see. Catfish might be watching Dope on Netflix. Oh, the movie Dope? Dope is such a good movie. I liked Dope. I did not really care for Star Wars. No offense, but I didn't. It just, I don't know. It wasn't as exciting as I was hoping for, but then I'm not really sure. I liked Creed a little bit more than Star Wars. I know y'all can, like, bash me all you want, but that was the honest truth for me. You should buy a pet bird. Call him Bart. That would be funny. We should retweet or rebark. What is happening? What? Dope was dope. Yeah, Dope was dope. I don't really care for birds other than the fact that I have a bird on my wrist and a bird on my back. But I don't really like the idea of having a bird. I don't know. Just birds don't seem awesome to me. They seem annoying. But Francis has had a bird before in his past, and he said birds are neat. I'm like, whatever. Didn't see Deadpool, so don't ruin spoilers for me. Let's see. Do you have a space heater? No, we don't. But we have, like, a huge-ass boiler. Like, it does pretty decent job heating this damn house. Zoolander 2 was didn't see it yet. Don't ruin spoilers for me. Usually watch a lot of movies, and we just haven't because we've both been busy lately, so don't ruin it. How do you like the life of Pablo? Derek asked, how do you like the life of Pablo? If Francis is here, he would give Francis's rap speech. We actually talked about if, like, when Francis has time during these episodes, he might do, like, a little spiel of, like, Francis and rap, because that's, like, a big topic, because it's, like, a big topic. But he's not here. So, we have not listened to the life of Pablo yet. Francis is waiting for, I don't know what Francis waits for. So when he listens to it, I will listen to it. Where was I going with this? So he also doesn't want people to, he doesn't want to read comments or anything, what people are saying about it, until after he listens to it. So I don't know how he's going to do that, because he follows a lot of rap blogs. So I'll see how long that goes until somebody might ruin it for him. But yeah. How can you get the life of Pablo if we don't have title? Don't ask me. I'm like the worst music person to ask stuff about, other than, like, you want to listen to 90s shit? Yeah, let's do it. Francis will know. He fucking knows everything. It's ridiculous. When it comes to music. I mean, he knows other stuff too, but when it comes to music, there's, like, no tricking this kid. Oh, but it was awesome, though. Can I just add real fast that Friday I was witnessing Kanye's live tweets. That was amazing. Like, I was part of it. Like, I was not part of it, but I was, like, there. Like, I was as if I was there. But I was, like, every time it would just refresh. New tweet. I'm like, click it, Kanye. New tweet. Click it, Kanye. I like that. I texted Francis because he was teaching at that moment. I'm like, just to let you know, like, I'm living Kanye's tweets right now. And he's just like, how? I'm like, just know that, you know, me and Kanye, just know. Just thought it was funny. Alright, guys. Let's see. Kyle, I haven't listened to it yet, Derek, but I'm sure Francis probably have. Yeah, no, he hasn't yet. He's waiting for the perfect moment. And Akira tore his headphones, so he apparently doesn't have the best listening device to do such things. Yeah, when Kanye does live tweets, it is entertainment. It is the best entertainment in the world. I was wondering, he kept doing first off, second off, third, fourth, fifth. I'm like, how far are you gonna go with the counting? Because this is gonna be awesome if you keep, like, going as high as you possibly can. He went to 9, but whatever. And Derek, Derek, you said it's a great album. I know Francis and Shima are big Kanye fans. I fucking love Kanye. I don't care what anyone has to say about Kanye. Kanye's my homie. Like, seriously, he could do crazy shit, like, as a personal, like, mind, like, whatever you call it. Like, his personality-wise, he could be the worst person in the world. Whatever. That sucks that he would be the worst person in the world. But his music and his fucking brain is just bonkers, and I love Kanye, so whatever. And the weird part, too, is a lot of people give him so much hate, but realistically, I kind of have, like, I kind of like the Kardashians, too. Like, there's something about them that I'm like, I don't know why. Like, I want to hate you, but, like, I just like you. Like, there's just something about that family. It's just like, I really want to hate y'all. Y'all aren't doing shit. But it's the fact that y'all aren't doing shit, and then you got famous for not doing shit. Minus the fact that actually Kim did a porno, and that's how y'all got famous. But still, she made it work, and whatever. The family's, like, now living to the point where the youngest daughter can get lipo and fucking Botox and look like a completely different person as soon as she turned 18. I don't really care. I think y'all are awesome, and I just, so that's a little bit about me. So I have a weird, like, I haven't watched, I don't hate them. I just don't like them. Yeah, hate's a very strong word. Like, if you hate something, like, you really passionately, like, really have a very hard hate. The mom pimps that family so hard. The mom does pimp that family so hard. I mean, whatever. I don't watch the Kardashian show. I did when I went back to Austin for the holidays, and I just could not stop watching it. I'm like, this is so dumb, but, like, I just can't. Like, y'all are literally just, like, this is your life. Like, your life is the reality show. Like, it's serious. Like, they literally, like, especially the young girls, Kendall and Kylie, they've been doing it since they were, like, 12 or even younger than that. So, like, that's their life. And in my head, I'm like, that's insane. Like, that mom, seriously, yeah. Chris, fucking, yeah, insane. But if they're happy, right? I mean, fucking, what's her name has 3 to 4 kids. I don't even know at this point. Kim has 2. Chloe's somewhere in life. Courtney, that's the oldest one. Anyways, I don't. Okay, this is not a Kardashian episode. Let's see. His SNL performance was amazing. What? His recent one? Anything Kanye fucking does is amazing. Get out of here. Like, fucking. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I like their fucking kids' names too. North and Saint, just it works perfectly for them. Like, I have a friend, she named her son Fox. It's like, at first you're like, Fox, that's just weird, but then like it just works for them. Like, it's like actually an awesome name for the type of people that they are. Like, it's just like, actually, like, if I tried to name my child Fox, it would be a little bit different. But you naming your child Fox is fucking amazing. Oh, Francis is home. Let's see. We'll ask Francis about Kanye real fast. Hold on. Let's just wait. Moment of silence. Not really. Kira's barking too, so I can't really talk when. Francis. Yeah. They want to ask you a question.
I'll be there in a sec.
Oh, well, you be there in a sec. Like Star Fox off of the dog is now drunk walking. Stop hating on my dog. She's a sweetie pie. Just there's moments where she's just not all there. But that's like really rare. She's really fucking smart. Like to the point where she tricks me on shit. She's insane, but I love her to death. And annoying too. But I still love her to death. She's an awesome dog. And yeah. We're waiting for Francis to get over here because he's actually using the bathroom. Because I think he didn't close the door. Sorry, TMI, but I don't care. That's what happens when you use the bathroom and you do not close the door in the middle of my podcast. What was happening? I feel like there was something else I had to share with y'all, but I can't. Oh! I don't have a nose piercing in my nose, actually, now that y'all noticed. I actually have an MRI appointment tomorrow at 4 p.m. So if you don't know what an MRI is, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you probably, like, that's like the basic health thing you should know. Like, I don't even know anything about health stuff, and that's at least something I know. But you're not supposed to have metal at all on you, because that shit is a huge magnet, and will fucking, like, rip that shit off. So I actually found out how to take my nose ring off. For the past 5 years, I didn't know how to do that shit, and I finally got that figured out. So I had to get that taken out. So I don't have on it now. But here comes the lovely Francis to talk about rap shit.
Lovely.
Okay, fucking awesome. It didn't hurt. It kind of, like, pinched a little bit, but I've had it for 5 years, so there's, like, no feeling in that hole. Alright, family portrait. Alright, so they didn't really technically have a question for you, but it's related to you. Francis, the legend himself. Let's see. Derek asks, how do you like the life of Pablo? And then, wait, hold on. And then Kyle says, he hasn't listened to it yet, but I'm sure Francis probably has. And then Derek says, it's a great album. I know Francis and Shima are big Kanye fans.
So this is the deal. So this dog here ate my headphones. So first off, that's a big problem because I don't want to disrespect Kanye by listening to it on shoddy computer speakers or
Shoddy's my favorite word, by the way.
or these little ratty backup headphones I have. So I knew it was gonna come out shortly, and it just came out. And also though, today's Valentine's Day, and I need to really sit down, focus. Give it 110 on this album, and I wanted to spend the day with this lovely lady. So I haven't had a chance yet. So I think probably my best chance to listen to the album's on Tuesday. Again, I don't want my first experience to be funny because tomorrow I have to do a bunch of preparation for classes and some meetings and stuff. So I'm well aware that's nuts. I'm a Kanye stan, but I don't want to just, listen to pieces here or there on funny speakers. I think what I'm going to do on Tuesday is get the album and just cruise around Detroit in the car, just going nowhere, just to really absorb it.
Am I invited?
Do you want to be invited?
I mean, I want to listen to the album too. I love Kanye too.
Okay, usually it's just a me and Kanye moment, so maybe Shima here might want to join in.
Oh, okay, I appreciate it. One person asked, how do you get the album if you're not part of Tidal?
Oh, I'm sure there's bootlegs like out the ass.
I feel like
I'm
somebody
sure.
posted on Twitter like their own link to the album, but I don't know. I don't know who it was. I just happened to be following somebody. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry. I don't know if Kyle's question is for me or for both of us, but he asks how you feel about the Beyonce thing.
Do you know about the Beyonce thing?
Beyonce thing.
Oh, you heard it because
it was the whole
Donkey of the Day.
Yeah, I did hear it because of Charlemagne. It was because I didn't watch the Super Bowl halftime. We literally were in Massachusetts in the boony or like one of these outer cities or whatever at a bar. So we watched the beginning part of the first and second quarter of the football game or the Super Bowl, and then we left during halftime. So we didn't see the halftime show at all. But from what I got is there's people upset that Beyonce's song is talking about police officers killing unarmed individuals. I think that was the issue. And so there was one particular host whatever podcast that kind of shared her thoughts that was talking about Black Power and or like the what is it the Panthers,
The Black Panthers.
Yeah, the Black Panthers and all this other stuff. And so Charlemagne gave his thoughts towards it. I don't really know because I'm not really knowledgeable in what exactly happened, and I actually never really took the time to listen to the song in general. I just know what the overall costume was during the Super Bowl show. And yeah, they were wearing like technically the outfits that the Black Panthers wore at that time, but I mean, I don't really feel like it should have been that big of an issue. Maybe I don't know.
An artist has to express themselves and document the times, yeah. So
Yeah.
So that's what she did. That's the end of conversation. You know, if you're getting your political views from Beyonce, then I mean, already that's the conversation there. I mean, it's a non-issue.
Derek says, "You stop reading. It's not your job to read." Derek says, "See, I have to when I have guests over, I have to figure out a way to not show the chat to them because they get like you and Paul were like, what does it say? I'm like, no, you can't read it. I have to read it." Derek says, yes, the production is amazing for sure. Listen on good speakers. Kyle says, I had a version of The Wolves on repeat all day featuring Frank. It's lit. And then he says, Francis, did you watch the dunk competition? I saw it first. Well, we didn't really watch the actual competition. But I saw the videos first, and I questioned Francis about it.
Yeah, I was working last night, and then L.Shima here played it this morning. And my man that was doing the, basically sat on top of the mascot, did one of these guys, and then that got second place. I mean, just from the snippets, that guy looks like he should have won. But the fellow that did win, I mean, he had some nice dunks.
You only saw one dunk, and apparently that's what went on. Yeah, the second guy, the second winner, seemed like he should have won it all, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. My height of watching was the Vince Carter era dunk competition. That was my time. I've been sleeping heavy on the All-Star game for a minute now.
The guy that should have won was Aaron Gordon. That's his name.
Aaron Gordon.
Wolverines, I think, or Colorado. Anyways, Kyle says light skin winning. No offense, laugh aloud. Weren't they both light skin though? I think they were. Anyways, he literally took a seat mid-air and dunked. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. He took a seat on the mascot's head, pretty much. Yeah, there was somebody on Periscope. I couldn't see your name, by the way, but was hating on Akira because he thinks she's drunk.
She's always drunk. She's drunk right now. She's super drunk.
Alright, guys, I think that's another episode of Be Cool featuring a minor snippet of Francis and Rap Talk. We should just call the snippet like Rap Talk. I don't know.
Well, let me end it off with what shit's been going on. So you had Good Fridays at the same time as the ASAP Mob said that they're gonna have Wavy Wednesdays, which I'm super amped up about.
So now Wavy is a thing now. Now that Kanye brought it up, and then
it's like where's Wiz? Where's Wiz? Where's Wiz going at the ASAP? Then the Flatbush Zombies have something Tuesdays. Although I think Kanye's done with Good Fridays, I think. But I'm excited about that. Although I heard I heard the Majid Jordan album. A little disappointed if anybody listened to that. Although I'm late, I was sleeping like crazy. But A-Track, if you guys if you fuck around with sort of dance music, A-Track type stuff, A-Track's album is fire. It's nuts. And that's that with. Are we gonna call this Rap Corner? No, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's stupid.
I feel like Rap Talk is nice, but then...
Rap Radar? No.
No, that's already taken. Rap Snippets.
No.
Glock and Ferrari, I found out what that means.
What?
Glock and the Fetty Wap. I got a Glock and Ferrari.
Oh.
But I now know what Rari is.
No, number 38.
Yeah, but anyways.
No. What was that song with he falls asleep inside his
Your bitch a book what?
my bitch a book of what? No. The Miami dude, and he had the song he fell asleep in his what? Bugatti. Yeah.
Was it a Bugatti?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel
But
like
that reminds me of Bugatti Biebs. Anyways, guys.
Alright, guys. Toodaloodles. And until... Oh, yeah! No, don't leave yet. I freaking forgot. You can leave. I don't even care about you. Just kidding. I love you. Anyways, my guest next week is actually... Do I have a photo of her? No, I don't. But I can pull one up. Give me a second. I am unorganized, but it's okay. Hold on. So, there we go. Oh my god, Google, you knew exactly who I was talking about. I appreciate it. Let's see, what is this? I guess we'll use that first photo. Hold on. I'm trying to find the perfect photo for her.
They can see that?
Well, no, they can't. Damn it, they can't see that. Hold on, Ustream, and then hold on, Periscope. Let's see. It's been a while since I did this. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me pump some 2 cents in it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Hold on. I was going to show you next week's episode model, but I am not. Add. There we go. You can see it now. Okay, add audio. Built-in microphone. Cool beans. Awesome! So this is the model for next week. Her name is Kendra Harden. Hold on. Kendra Harden will be the model next week on Be Cool, episode 16. She will come here and sit down with me and hopefully in my new studio. I'm not really sure, but hopefully it'll be ready by that point. But also, I have to find a delicacy that Kendra and I can share. So she doesn't know that's going to happen unless she's watching this episode. But that is what is planned for next week. So stay tuned and get ready for the awesome special guest, Kendra Harden and Akira, because she may or may not be in it, but whatever. Alright, guys.
Can you ask him a question?
Francis wants me to ask you a question.
Ask him, has anyone watched Big Quint reviews?
Francis wants to know if anyone has watched Big Quint video reviews. Is he's the big black guy that like is sitting
dancing around when you listen.
Okay, hold on. Has any of y'all watched Big Quint video reviews? He wants to know. We'll give him a minute to type and stuff like that. Text, whatever.
He's the greatest reviewer.
Francis says if you've never heard of him or you've never seen it, he is the greatest reviewer in the world. How do you spell it? B-I-G space
Q-U-I-N-T.
Q-U-I-N-T. Big Quint. Derek says no. Ronio says never heard of him. Kyle asks on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. He doesn't listen to an album. He's the most excited person ever. He listened to the Weeknd album and he like broke a chair because he was like getting so hyped up on it. He listens to Yeezus and I think he's just like his face exploded. But he's the most animated reviewer. Like, check it out, Big Quint. It's absolutely stunning. I've tried to do my own Big Quint reviews, and they're embarrassing. He's the one and only. There it is.
Alright, guys, so get ready, go look up Big Quint, and listen to Kanye's The Life of Pablo, and...
Do y'all know that it might not be Pablo Picasso? It might be Pablo as in Paul the Apostle to Jesus. Alright, that's it.
Alright, that's it. So, alright, next week with Kendra Harden, and hopefully I will not be sick by that point. So, alright, guys, have a good night, and see you later. Hopefully I'll then be done with my studio by that point, too. That would be awesome. Anyways, probably not. But, alright, bye, Periscope, and bye, Ustream.